And BBL starting to test the limits of mid here already. Chua, Loot, Levin, Sociable, all there. And it is Leaf stuck on the other side. He'll be hearing all of these footsteps running along into the direction of Jonah P.
G2 and what they want to do.
Being 50 seconds on the clock. The spike is yet to hit the ground, and neither is a drop of blood. It's a stalemate for now. Stunned, it's up by his own teammate. In goes JAWGEMO, gets nothing back from it, but G2 start to pile on the pressure. BBL down by a man. Yampi trying to keep them in this, but now it's all on the Finnish IGL to make this one happen. They continue to chip away at him as time runs out. It's feeling almost hopeless for Yampi to reverse this one now, and Jonah P will lock in the first.
Which provides an issue in terms of the anti-eco and what they can put forward here. Well played all in all. In the retake for a minute it was staying somewhat even. Valen breaking the edge. Yampi just a bit too late for Hazard. Look at how they've escaped up towards top mid. Now this poses a real threat to G2. What the round looks like. A lot of space conceded. That was a tank, but it wasn't a conversion. Now Leaf under threat as all of BBL look to descend upon the B site. Leaf trying to play around his setup. Does he survive for much longer? The answer is no, and the answer is no to Chua as well. We're down to a 3v3.
JAWGEMO has already arrived though, and in from main, he isn't going to be as well supported as you would hope from what I was talking about. Just the C's available.
BBL looking towards this side. Yampi needs to be aware of perhaps JAWGEMO coming out of CT.
Looking to play off the contact of his teammate. Ult was considered, but perhaps needs to put a bit more confidence in this with a kill before choosing to invest. He won't. Trent with 3.
Not to just run in. I know that Jog's got plenty of discipline, but most point is the fact that
has the ult available. G2 with tools to play retake, but they're immediately up the guts of mid. Valen leading this charge. He'll get his first, but nothing more. Pinstripe in the feed. One back for BBL. 3 on 3. Yeah, it's interesting as well, considering that you saw G2 for a couple of rounds fight early A. Not with the open plant, it's going to be backside. Already some fights looking to be taken towards Link, but they're denied.
Yeah, this is something that BBL have done a couple of times. Try and bait out the plant spot, but oh my god, JAWGEMO being absolutely massive. And now it's Sociable to give his attempt. What can he do? G2 need to play together and not gift 1v1 to Sociable, because if they do, there's always a chance he can punish.
That kind of safety net just has to be scary. In this situation, I believe it was the Prowler from Trent which just swept around the side there.
Yampi maybe looking to set up anybody, try and grab towards market. There isn't going to be capitalization, but that null command will absolutely gut everyone from the B site.
JAWGEMO could still be light on his feet coming back in with the overdrive. You have to think about Yampi's ult later on though. I say that, scratch it. He's gone straight in. 2 players hit towards Boba, one of them JAWGEMO. Now let off the rip, he's ready to go. Ult coming in, still BBL finding kills for themselves, and it's JAWGEMO that goes down. Only Trent and Valen left to try and recover this situation. Holding these aggressive lines, doubled up, ready to go. Valen has managed to pick one off, but Levin gets his third, still not dead. It's gone down to the wire, Cairo. There's nothing in it, yet still G2 did not have enough time. And that is not a fight which he is going to win. Trent on the other extremity, getting inquisitive, asking questions of BBL and finding the answer out the hard way. Yampi with a trade. It's every single player has a rifle. And from the backside, Valen will be well supported.
Difficult spot.
Yeah, he's the canary in the coal mine. He has all of the information. The last 2 players will stay here, and G2 have the setup.
I mean, nice utility to clear out backside. Valen still persists though, and hasn't truly been cleared. And now, just a swing. It's easy as that. A quick collection and all the information now exactly where everyone is. G2, it's as simple as that. It'll be Valen to get 3, but everyone was ready and rearing to go.
On the percentage play, he just loves to be that anchor at times, and with him, the vocal piece of this team as well. The synergy to just set up the site and even have that second layer of Jonah through mid was a masterstroke into this.
And for the most part, G2 have had the answers. Sending it through, the trap wires actually catching players, and well, Leaf will easily collect that up. JAWGEMO getting in on the act as well. Right now, BBL have to rely upon Chua. to try and get something to work with. He's got the first, but can't quite get the second. Rolling Thunder to try and push back side, and Chu is the one to get 3. Hello, BBL. They're knocking on this round and looking to take it themselves.
Brilliant work from Chua, but this is going to be another quick
Where players are playing from, but it's still slow
Brilliant
and
sees.
methodical from G2. They make their way in, and it's Valen who gets the first in the retake. Trent was on the spike, but didn't realise Chua was to the left-hand side. One more player to find. It will be Valen, it will be an ace, and it'll be Chua to rescue that round.
long to tie the knot with Tier 1, but here he is. 5 kills, gives BBL their 4th round. Sometimes you just got to rely on an individual, and having brought a set of new names into this team, that's exactly what it's about. On G2's side of things,
And they have to be used, or else they'll never be able to be used again. The expiry date is up, and well, so is Prophet's expiry date. He's off the board, but won't get any value.
it's not a full disengage though. G2 still hanging around in mid. Jaw hot to trot. He'll keep going. There's plenty left in the tank. And now this is something that I wanted to draw upon as well.
Information on every single place that BBL goes is going to be a disaster, and what's even more of a disaster.
BBL have been freezing in these positions before, but they realise the game is up. They've got to go, and go they will, into Valen's open arms. Considering, again, like the util differences between the two on this defender's side, you're going to have access to Sociable's knife. If he's got those lineups down, you can collect early info on the mains. It should inhibit what G2 are trying to do. That he was created in a lab, the duelist machine, and I tell you what, he's found the opener for them here as well. Leading the charge towards A, it's opened up for Poe.
Towards mid anymore, and to actually just focus fully on that A site.
4-on-4, BBL setting their feet here for the retake, but as soon as they look to send it in motion, G2 are 2 steps ahead of the curve. Sliding back in is Jaw for more. He won't fill his boots any further to walk BBL into this second half, to give them half a chance. In fact, he's managed to find 4 kills, but no 5th round. G2 take the pistol. And I think you're seeing that fragging power and confidence as well in this situation. I look at this list of BBL players as we see on the replay there, one at a time, dissecting G2. He's the only player going positive, the only at double digits.
He has been caught out, but been able to bounce back and keep himself alive. At the meantime, the state of play isn't that every single player for G2 is on the A side. There is a lurker coming through and Leaf later on. In terms of what's happening on the site, BBL have taken the advantage and stopped any plant from going down. Leaf now getting into position to hold short. That while the spike goes down, players are making their way on towards site, and they're not winning the fights at all. G2 go one to the goods.
May have to cut their losses on these rifles. Trying to make the attempt. The time is against them. That wick is burning thin. G2 setting this match alight on Sunset. It's at the expense of BBL. You know, walking around the event, even in terms of that confidence, you have sort of seen a lot of the less experienced teams walk in and kind of say to themselves, you've got that sense of the unknown, you want to use that to your advantage. Not really seen it from BBL, and on this round, it is just G2 walking in and making the game their own. And the city at the end of the sun, it might just be the end of the road for BBL. 12-4, and the guns come back up after a flawless round.
Task at hand would be to face up against them. BBL are now going to introduce their last and final timeout. I mean, again, I speak about monumental tasks as you would need to get your Timberlands on.
The calling card of this attack side. Without his presence, they are yet to call it in, but he's spotted by Levin, and that's going to be the first pick that BBL can find on the B site. The rest of the numbers need to do their job and hold this one down, though.
In that backside situation, taking his time and posing a threat late rounds.
It's all about the experience, the stress, the nerves in the moment. Could they perhaps not account for Trent's flank? It'll be coming in, but for the time being, G2 need to hold on the site, and Jonah can do that. Trades out with Yampi. 3 versus 3 situation. BBL come back to life. Trent to save the day. His reveal has noted Sociable. He'll go wide, but hit the mark head on. 13-5, a Red Bull clutch to close. G2 win against their EMEA opponents.
Yeah, it was always going to be a tough task going up against against G2 for BBL, but G2 had much more positives.
22 and 11. The MVP for this one, JAWGEMO. Of course, it was always going to be him. And with that neon pick on Sunset, if this is something that they can possibly take into next year as well, then as we said before, it's diversifying their options.